Ball as well. Man, this is Chris with That Square Sports Podcast, and yes, I'm here to talk about the New England Patriots draft grades here. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually excited to see how this direction goes. Obviously, Bill Belichick has ran the organization into the ground, but also has brought this organization up. So it's a bit of a win, love, hate kind of relationship in a way, but it is what it is with that. I think that Belichick has done his due diligence there. Now it's the time of Gerard Mayo, and he understood the assignment. Because obviously, like I said, I'm gonna break down in every video what I think the team should have done and what the team did. What I believe their need was definitely quarterback, offensive line, skill player. It doesn't matter if it was running back, receiver. They needed a skill player, just quick, fast, in a hurry. If you watch the Patriots offense, their defense was not as bad. I think their defense just is on the field way too damn much. But I mean, why not? And I said, if anything, add linebackers or secondary. That would be kind of the main thing for me if they are going to add any pieces to them. But like I said, primarily, which is a lot of people said quarterback. I like Zappy. I'm not going to lie. Towards the end of the season, but then again, it also was like they were throwing away. People were throwing away games against them, so I can understand that. But it is what it is with that. So first things first. Obviously, they took Drake May at number 3. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not in love with the pick, and you'll see why as I go further into the video. YouTubers be like, wait till the end. No, I'm gonna get there. It's gonna be like maybe 2 or 3 minutes down the road, but I'm getting there definitely. And everything else kind of falls in this draft really in that light. With that being said, Drake May, obviously not enough tape for me. I know people are going to be like, well, he's had 2 years of play, this and that. I get that, but the guy was better when he had Josh Downs and Tez Walker. This year, he had a down year. Obviously, when Tez Walker came back to the North Carolina Tar Heels, his passing got way better. The guy reminds me of pretty much a glorified Sam Howell and an ability of a Trubisky that doesn't really say much to save a franchise. Obviously, you saw how Sam Howell got his career panned out. He just got sent, walked out of the commander's door. And then on top of that, we're also going to add to the fact that as well that Trubisky, I don't even know who he's backing up for in the league anymore. So this is one of those things where I love Drake May, not for this team. I think that Drake May should have went to a roster that was stacked. But I will say this about the Patriots. This is going to be a time where you're in rebuild 100%. It was one of those fake ones. Like I don't want it to be like a catching fire like, the Patriots, how they did with Mac Jones. They just really need to sit down and really go over X's and O's. And I think they should have traded back this pick, but they did get what they needed. So quarterback is good. I spent a lot of time on that. Godly. Anyways, next pick, Jalen Polk. Love the receiver right here. I think that this is great. Pairing him up with that Douglas guy, this is going to be fun to watch. I do like that. 80's young. I mean, all of them are young, but I'm just saying, like, he's a guy who just knows how to get open. You know what I mean? And they come up, these kids come up in the 7-on-7 running routes and stuff like that. He's really good at just being open. That's what he's good at. He did that at Washington. He will probably continue to do that with the New England Patriots. Now, here's where the fun part starts for me. Offensive line back to back. I love these picks. Wallace out of Penn State and Laddie Robinson out of Texas A&M. 2 dogs. You can put them on the same side. Now you have a great run game for, Ramondre Stevenson. This is going to be fun to watch. I ain't going to lie. These are 2 exceptionally good picks at offensive line right here, right away. That does help out with, of course, Drake May. I will honestly think that, the first few games are going to be NFL strength versus that college strength. That's just going to happen. These 2 guys are right away starters. It depends on how Gerard Mayo wants to put them in the mix right away. But I will say this. These guys hit the weight room. They throw defenders. Just watch Laddie Robinson's tape at A&M. Godly. And I'm a huge A&M fan, so, I am giving them that edge. But I'm not going to lie. Like, watching him play, he does throw people. And Wallace, he's on the opposite side of Fashanu, who ended up obviously getting drafted in the first round. So this is going to be fun to look at too as well. Now, Javon Baker out of the University of Central Florida, the transfer from Alabama, who really lit it up, at Central Florida. And I will say this, I think he's one of those players that's going to be very fun to watch come NFL season. I think that he's going to do great things. The only problem is that he is a bit undersized, but honestly, in the NFL now, I don't even think that's a problem anymore like how it used to be back in the day. He could probably take a few hits and he'll be fine. So, you know how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, for some strange reason, those little skinny guys in the NFL, they find ways to just freaking do numbers and wonders. So, I really do like this pick. I'm not going to lie. I think that they just, like I said, they needed to get skilled players, and he falls into that light. Defensive back Marcellus Dial, I like him. I'm not going to lie. He's really good too as well. Very hands-on, physical corner. He is aggressive, such a dog, just a dog type. And come out of South Carolina, obviously, every day in practice, going against Juice Wills and, of course, Xavier Leggett. You already know that he's got two potential NFL. One of them's going to be in it. One of them's already in the NFL. The other one, potential NFL player. So that right there says a lot. Joe Milton. Now I said we're going to talk about it. I think this quarterback has a strong arm. I think this quarterback will end up taking Drake May's spot. Don't quote me on this, but I will say that Joe Milton will be able to lead the Patriots back to prominence if given the chance. If given the chance, Joe Milton will lead the Patriots back to prominence. I know it didn't work out with Malik Cunningham, but I really think that watching, and it's crazy because it's very weird how I'm going to go about this. DTR out of Cleveland and Drake Cunningham for New England last year were players that I saw glimpses of greatness. And the reason why I bring these two guys up is because Joe Milton is a physical form of that, but bigger and a stronger and more accurate arm of those two guys. Now, if you're a fan, obviously you didn't like what you saw. I just saw, like I said, a team with poor offensive line, a team with no talent around them. That's what I saw in New England. And to be real with you, getting players is going to be hard when it comes to that skill position. And you guys do get two receivers, so I like that. It's going to be cheap. Now you got the 4-year, 5-year option, however you want to sign it up or set it up. I like that a lot. But we'll say this too. Adding Jeremiah Bell at tight end also is another safety blanket too for Joe Milton and Drake May, however you want to use them. It is a QB battle to be talked about. I do like that as well. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. What do the Patriots do? How do they fare? Let's talk about it. The grades, obviously, the rubric. I said they need quarterback, skill players. Doesn't matter. Any skill players, offensive line, and defense. If they're going to take one, it's going to be secondary. So, obviously, they did take secondary on defense. They did their job there. They did take two quarterbacks. So, I'm not mad there. Skill players, they took two skill players. So, when you look at it, an offensive line, they went back to back. Whether they put them on one side and let them blossom together, or they can mix the two and kind of have them on the opposite side, doesn't really matter on the offensive line. But I will say this about the Patriots. They went out and got what they needed. They did check all the boxes. Are they the best players? No. But they did what they had to do, and they set where they needed to sit at in the draft. They didn't make the crazy trades. They didn't do what they needed to do. They didn't get out of line. They didn't get cute. They went on ahead, and they just got X's and O's when it comes to players. And I always believe that if you have more than enough draft capital, I don't see the reason why you wouldn't need to to also overdraft certain players in positions. I don't see the problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. So really, in hindsight, it's not really about the players. It's about the connection of pretty much getting the roster filled out to pretty much, get it there. And a lot of people are going to say talent and skill. I can see it in the comments right now. To me, more so, it's more about grit when it comes to stuff like that. That's just me. So I think that this draft actually went better than what they probably expected the Patriots. I'm going to give them an A-, believe it or not. I really like Joe Milton. I really like the fact that they did draft Drake May, so if it doesn't work out, the insurance policy kicks in with Joe Milton. Same size, same height, player that's more mobile, stronger arm. I do like that. Also on top of that with Jalen Polk and Javon Baker. These guys, too, exceptionally well, pairing them up with Douglas. I do love those two additions right then and there. Offensive line, they pretty much built what they needed to build right there. I do like that. So I'm not against any of these decisions that they had made, and it's just how the cards fell to the Patriots. So I will give them an A. I know there's not a lot of real New England fans. I'm gonna be honest with you out there in the world. So the ones that do comment, shout out to you, and the ones that don't, it is what it is. Peace.